Hey guys, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to make stock. A stock is a basic component to most soups and sauces. I'm going to be making a chicken stock, and it's probably going to be similar to a broth. I'm really bad at trimming down proteins, and there's a ton of excess meat on my chicken carcass that I have. Most times when you make a broth, you have a larger flesh to bone ratio, whereas a stock is a larger bone to flesh ratio. This is really simple, and it's a great way to save money. It's a good project that you can do and just kind of let it go all day because you're never going to bring it to a boil. What you're going to need for the basic of this is you're going to need a chicken carcass. This is one that I've pulled from the freezer. I've saved it. This is what I do, because rather than go out and buy something, I buy a whole carcass and break it down. That's the leftover. As you can see, there's a lot of meat on there, and it's still kind of frozen. I'm really cheap when it comes to buying plastic bags, so I have this nice little plastic bag that doesn't seal, and there's a lot of air breaking down in there. You're also going to need leftover vegetable scraps. You can see the ends of onions and carrots and celery that was starting to turn and get mushy. That's the basic component of stock, other than some water and a few simple aromatic herbs. Alright. So to start out, I put the chicken carcass in a pan on medium-high heat. I'm just going to brown this and let it cook a little bit. It's still frozen, so I want it to defrost. Alright, so my chicken's been browning and turning for a few minutes. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my vegetables in there, and I'm going to be doing this very carefully. Again, everything in this is still frozen. Typically I would have pulled things last night, but I was kind of lazy and I did it this morning. So I'm going to let those sweat for a while. While that's going, I have a basic flavor ingredients right here. You don't want a lot of flavor in this because you're going to be using this as a base. So you never want to add salt to your stock, but what I've done is I've started to make a nice little bouquet garni, or bouquet of herbs, or bouquet of garnishes. I put a bay leaf in there, some pepper, some allspice, that's my favorite spice on the face of the planet, and a little bit of parsley. This is just really a coffee filter. You can buy cheesecloth if you want, but chances are you already have something that'll work where the herbs will seep flavor in and leave no traces of dried herbs behind. I did have to spend a little money to get some kitchen twine. I bought this about 5 years ago, and I don't really use a lot of kitchen twine. I don't truss or dress anything, but I'm going to seal this up, tie this together, and loosely let it hang. I've had time to let my vegetables and my chicken cook together and brown and get a little defrosted and leak out some flavor. As you can see, I've already added some basic cold water. I'm going to add enough cold water to fill this up to the pan, and then I'm just going to bring it just under a simmer. So just slightly below boiling. But I've tied up my bouquet garni and I'm going to put it in the stock right now, just down in the center. Hopefully not too hard because I don't want to burn my fingers, but I just want to let that steep in there. That nice little skimmy stuff right there. We're actually going to be, throughout most of this process, just kind of skimming that out. We want that to go away and leave the good stuff behind. But I'm going to let this simmer for about 4 hours or so, keeping an eye on it, adding water as necessary, never letting it come to a boil. Alright, it's been about 4 hours since I put my stock on, brought it to a simmer, and then let it everything cool in there and cook together. The next step is to actually drain this. What I've done is I have this large metal bowl in here. I have a strainer to catch anything that falls out of there, and then a thinner strainer to catch anything that I didn't skim over the past few hours. So I've already pulled out the chicken carcass, so there won't be any large plops or booms going on in there. And then I'm just simply going to strain this out just like that. I have a clear, oily, liquidy broth. I'm going to let that cool down in the refrigerator overnight, and then I'm going to scrape all those impurities off. So I could have put that in a plastic bowl, but I chose a metal bowl. Metal actually cools things down faster. Everything's been cooked through, but it's still going to need some time to cool down. Because I'm at home, I don't have ice ones like I would at work. So I want this to cool down as fast as humanly possible so I don't grow any bacteria or anything icky in there that would make anyone sick. Alright, so my stock's been sitting for about 24 hours now. It's more of a broth consistency than a stock. I didn't break up the bones or have enough chicken bones in there to make it really thick and have all that marrow seep into there and form this nice gooey broth. I could cook it down and reduce it a little more to concentrate some of the marrow that's in there if I so choose. But for right now, I'm just going to skim that those little white chunks of fat off. I'm going to set some aside for Sunday because I'm going to be making tater tot casserole, and then I'm going to freeze the rest. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick and easy way to make stock. Again, mine is more of a broth than a stock, but I had a lot of fun making this, and this will make to a lot of great dishes. Tune in Sunday and we'll make a really great tater tot casserole. If you want to know about this, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Talk to you guys on Sunday. Bye.